Hello, beloved of God. Prince Kingston here, and this is the word of the week. Now, God's integrity is one of the things that makes God very distinct. It's one of the things that makes God, God, with no argument, all by himself. The fact that he's able to, watch his word to perform it, but the fact that he cannot change, the fact that his word cannot go back to him in vain, the fact that he can never fail, the fact that he's a man of his word, his integrity and his faithfulness is one of the things that makes him very distinct. I think it's a beautiful thing to know or have a God whom you are convinced beyond doubt that he can never lie, he can never change, and he can never fail. And I believe this is one of the things that Paul understood, so that he made a statement and said, I know whom I have believed, and am persuaded, but is able to keep that which I have committed unto him. Now, I want us to understand that God is deliberate and intentional about maintaining his position of integrity and faithfulness. Actually, he has put in place systems that allows him to be faithful without fail, but maintains his position of integrity. The first system that is put in place is covenant. God has established a covenant with man, the Abrahamic covenant that he made with Abraham, but extends to the Israelites and secured this faithfulness towards the Israelites and by extension towards the Christian community and to the world at large. And an example of what a covenant looks like is the marriage covenant, but extends down to a family. Now, when you look at the marriage institution, you realize that people are tied to one another in a covenant, and they are able to bear with one another regardless of what each other person do. They are able to bear with one another in all patience. So that is an example of how covenant establishes integrity and faithfulness. The second system that God has put in place is the love system. God has invested in his love for humanity, and this is not in doubt. Actually, he proved his love towards the humanity by giving his only son, Jesus Christ, to die for us, that he might purchase us back. And the Bible says that if he was able to give his only son to us, then will he also not withhold anything good from us? So the second system that God has put in place to maintain his faithfulness towards us is his love towards us. He has invested in so much love towards us. Now, beloved of God, these are the systems that God has put in place. As we have seen, God is deliberate and intentional about maintaining his integrity and faithfulness towards us. And this is what we ought to understand, so that we can make a statement like Paul, but I know whom I have believed, and am persuaded that he is able to keep that which I have committed to him. Blessed week.